Hello, this is Blanca Jauregui, and today is April 5th, 2020. I am doing the lab for the lymphatic system, and I'm going to go ahead and start off by describing some of the lymphatic organs, and I'm going to use this picture, so just to make it a little easier. So here we have the thymus. This is one of the lymphatic organs right here. So it's located above the heart. And then we have the spleen right over here. This one. This is attached to the lateral border of the stomach. And then the tonsils are actually right over here. So, these right here would be the tonsils, and those are obviously the back of the throat. So they're along the inner surface of the pharynx, so right over here. Well, actually, this part. Then we have the appendix, which is the winding tube that attaches to the cecum, which turns into large intestine. On this picture, you would see it right over here, this little thing there. That's the appendix. Then we have Peyer's patches. So Peyer's patches is a type of mucosa-associated lymphoid tissue, otherwise known as a MALT. And it's found in here, it's on the small intestine. So this right here is part of the small intestine, and that would be where Peyer's patches would be, would be located. And then we also want to look at the cervical lymph node. So basically we have lymph nodes all over our body. These little guys right here, these little white dots, those are lymph nodes. So the cervical lymph nodes would be here, these right here. And they do have this bean-shaped look to them. The other one that I want to point out is the axillary lymph nodes. So that would be these right here. So right over here, right along that. And so now I just want to go into the lymph nodes as a whole in the way that they flow throughout our body. So lymph is the fluid that comes out of the blood, basically, that's exerted out of the heart. So the heart is essentially pushing blood out at a high pressure, right? So as the blood is passing through the capillaries, because of that strong exertion of blood, this fluid comes out. So this fluid has plasma, so plasma has protein. So it's not necessarily all debris or all junk or all bad stuff. But that fluid does need to be filtered. So it goes into this lymphatic system that we have. And the blood at that point, the fluid works somewhat like the blood in that it starts to circulate, eventually going up towards the neck, where it ends up draining from the subclavian veins. Those are located about over here, so above the superior vena cava, and that's where it drains and is able to then eventually get back into the blood. But that fluid is at that point filtered. So the reason they are able to go. They're not necessarily, as you can see in this picture, it's not like a circular, normal, just circular way like the cardiovascular system. They're just everywhere. There's big ones, there's little ones. These right here, the lymph nodes, is where eventually a lot of them do all the work. So that's where we would find our B cells, T cells, natural killer cells, and those that essentially help with producing antibodies, secreting the antibodies, all of that stuff. So, yeah.